All right, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Game of Survival, 1985. This is going to be another Roberta Findlay flick. I'm giving it 5 out of 5 stars. I love this flick. Slaughter in the South Bronx, Tenement, Game of Survival, too violent to be rated. Yeah, this movie's got a lot of fake blood and white woman breasts, for lack of a better term. Pink nipples. Tenement, also known as Game of Survival and Slaughter in the South Bronx, is a 1985 U.S. exploitation thriller film directed by the great Roberta Findlay. I don't think I've ever seen a Roberta Findlay movie that I disliked, although her husband and wife collaborations from the 60s, the black and white, violent, nudie cutesies are kind of not as good as her 80s stuff. Of course, she did Invasion of the Blood Farmers, Shriek of the Mutilated Snuff, The Oracle, Tenement, which I just saw, Blood Sisters, Lurkers, Primeval, and Band. Prior to that, she did bunch of stuff in the 60s. The Kiss of Her Flesh and Crack Up, I guess. A couple of things. And then The Slaughter, The Altar of Lust, Angel Number 9, Anyone But My Husband, Every Inch a Lady, Liquid Assets, and Shauna, Every Man's Fantasy. The film follows the violent chaos that ensues when the tenants of an apartment house in the South Bronx slum rise up against the brutal, drug-pushing street gang that attempts to take over their apartment and terrorize them. The film was given an X rating by the Motion Picture Association of America and is one of the small number of films to receive such a rating solely for violence. Yeah, like I said, the nudity consists of a white woman, topless scenes. Release date 1985. What else can we say? 94 minutes. Let's look up Tenement on IMDb. And Karate Man is nowhere to be found. But I did see a couple comments from Adrian. That was nice. Okay, so this gets a 5.5 out of 10 on IMDb. Slaughter in the South Bronx Tenement, too violent to be rated. Gets a 5.5 out of 10 on IMDb, 1,000 ratings. 1985 rated X, 1 hour, 34 minutes. And it's on Tubi for free if you don't mind watching commercials. I posted a link in the description. Go for it. It is awesome. This is why I like to pick my own movies as opposed to watching movies that Karate Man and Adrian like, and even Professor Quiz. This one is just blew me away. I don't know. I can't really get into the my fans' selections here. I don't know what's wrong with it. Anyways, more like this. The Big Dollhouse, Don't Go in the House, Rat's Night of Terror, and Mutant. I was thinking after the movie played on Tubi, it had recommendations for Combat Shock. This is sort of like a Combat Shock meets the Killing Games or something. I don't know. It's like a really bad Barry J. Gillis movie, one of those so bad it's good type movies. Director Robert Findlay regards this film as a revisualization of her own childhood. Wow, interesting. This is featured in Roberta Findlay on Tenement, 2005. The soundtrack is Tenement, sung by Cool Crew, written by Pete Warner, Denise L. Davis, and David Baughan. Produced, arranged, and performed by Pete Warner and Denise L. Davis. Copyright 1985, Zip Zap Music, ASCP, Warner's Thunder Music, and SESAC. I Ask Ants wrote this review on November 19th, 2003. A sick pageant of peculipitant brutality. Roberta Findlay. A piggish gang of inner-city punks embark on a sadistic killing spree inside a ruinous low-income housing facility, intent on making the building their own. Some truly vexatious scenes of gleefully exacted torture and murder make Tenement one of the most inclement exploitation films of the 80s. There's a rape scene where they stick a broomstick up a black lady's sexual organ, off camera, of course, to save money. But I'm sure if she could have afforded it, she would have shown it on camera. It was rated X anyway. Rather deficiently crafted for the most part, possibly shellac queen Roberta Findlay's most technically accomplished effort. That's saying a lot. And it actually features a few uncommonly decent performances. Tenement is a deliberately discomforting urban horror film recommended explicitly to those seeking a challenge to their main sensitivities and emotional strong Freud. Not exactly a feel-good movie of the year nominee, but it certainly meets its grievous objectives head-on. Be aware of what you're in for. This person rates it 5 out of 10. I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. And the average rating is 5.5 out of 10. So there you go. That's Tenement. It's just about a bunch of punks who are, they're not really punks. They're sort of dressed up in leather and funky 80s clothes. It's more like a street gang, I guess, would be a better description. I'll post the trailer in the description box. I keep forgetting to do that, but I will do that now. Laters.